Maybe, who knows? But all right, we're gonna find out as we go ahead and start session 29 of Rime of the Frost Maiden. Our heroes awoke inside the oh god, what's the name of the tavern? Help the DM out. Northlook. That's right. It was abandoned. Some general conversations were had. Ivy went to go deliver a note to the speaker to let him know where they were going. They're going to explore the rumors of this pirate ship that's been frozen over, and hey, where there's pirate ship, there must be rum. Ends up speaking to the speaker and is warned not to mess with Hedron.
Don't do it. I'm not going to do it.
On the formal site of the Trinity. Ivory in her bliss walks and then realizes, oh shit, them's be my gods.
It was.
Gasp.
Back at the Northlook, our adventurers discovered reproduction and how it happens.
Yeah.
Many conversation of that.
I forgot
as well as learning how to make Sonor walk, quote,
normal.
Then our adventurers retrieve their axe beaks and set off for adventure, doing a pulse check on Bremen and heading right up to the Sea of Moving Ice, following the coast west. Till eventually they came across a humongous ship trapped in ice along the coast, its hull torn open. While they explored the inside of the hull, they had a little encounter with a little ice troll and found all kinds of goodies, including gold and treasure and birthday presents.
Yay.
A goat, literally another fucking goat in this campaign. Briars, as so named. And everything was all happy Gilmore. Then a whole bunch of snow came through, and it's a blizzard. And then some big ass motherfucker appeared. So I'm gonna recap what was read up until this point. Over the howling winds, you hear the flapping of titanic wings, followed by the cracking of ice under the weight of something immense. A loud snort accompanies the sound of claws scraping against the ice-glazed timbers. The voice of what only could be a truly immense dragon fills the bowels of the ship. I smell warm flesh and hear the panic of beating hearts. Ready your spells, Melthorond. We have uninvited guest. As our adventurers back themselves into a corner and ready for a hellish encounter, a long neck descends into the bowels of the ship, followed by this gargantuan dragon, with it a rider on top of it. And as the dragon looks at each one of you, before I peel your skin from your bones, tell me, as the head turns everywhere the dragon's head turns, oh Jesus, how was your day? And we'll go ahead and start. And everyone make me a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom.
Yeah.
That's okay.
11.
That's okay.
Okay?
30, 20.
Okay. Yeah.
Ooh, it's gonna be a minute.
Okay.
14.
How much?
4.
So you two, in the presence of this monstrously huge creature, stand strong. But you two now are frightened. And the only reason I'm going to do this, we're going to roll initiative. And I'll let you guys do your actions in initiative order. There's my big statement. Gross.
Oh, I thought you said rose. I was like, oh no, what'd I do? So he asked us how our day was.
I'm pretty good up to now.
I mean, he wants to at least talk. Right?
I think you're onto something. Might be.
Fuck you. My flesh is slightly sour now. You don't want to eat that.
Oh god, that was fucked up.
Well, you know.
You know what? You're not wrong. We smell sweet.
Oh, you guys smell delicious.
Damn it.
These guys, though, these are some fucking tender fucking people here.
How many am I keeping track of for you? Arveiaturace, right? Dragon.
Yep, right. Arveiaturace. Arveiaturace.
Jesus.
I misspelled it, but I'm cool. I can read it. What's your initiative?
18.
It's a first. What's yours?
30.
Really?
Yeah.
I rolled with advantage and I got 8.
17 plus 6 plus 7.
8.
Hey, we're tied.
Shared initiative, let's go!
You get to throw a bunny. 19. Oh, 18, sorry. 18.
You're tied with Arveiaturace. Shared initiative with the dragon.
What's your dex?
My dex is 12.
You go first.
Yay!
Alrighty. So
Scary.
What'd you roll?
It's Ivory. Hey, we're both frightened.
Awesome, that's right.
The shared initiative, those guys are frightened.
They're just holding each other.
Scooby-Doo!
Row, Raggy!
Roll.
I'm back up in your arms.
No, he's a little rabbit, his feet are dangling.
Jack, can I have one last drink?
Here, buddy.
No, we're doing this in order.
Oh.
Yeah, the dragon's gonna eat us first.
Uh-oh.
You're first.
Ready? Okay.
No, I'm not Randy.
I'm straight up answer him. I'm like, well, you know, it was going pretty good up until about now. And I'm gonna ready in action. If he attacks, I'm gonna cast a spell.
Okay. And you already have concentrating spell for your...
No.
What is that spell?
That is...
Does it fly?
You have a creature, don't you?
Yeah, it's a medium operation. Oh, it is concentration.
I still see the goat.
It is
You
concentration.
leave my
I'm not
goat
using- I'm
alone.
not using concentration. for this
Where's
second spell
Sonar?
cast. So yes, he's over there, all like little tiny up in the rafters, trying to hide almost. Like, it's-
Where's Sonar?
And the tiny hut outside with the...
yes,
Allegedly.
yes. We left him with the goat. To,
Allegedly.
I hope. In a tiny hut, probably.
Do you think of the flakes?
Who's next?
No, Blaze is gonna disappear.
Okay.
Here's the goat.
That's Ivory and her goat.
So give me Flakes. I don't want Flakes to. Flakes is gone. Flakes is. Bye bye.
Yeah, we gotta save him and turn him into a squid.
Nuh-uh.
Squid. Little jellyfish.
Miss Ivory, followed by... Okay.
Because I trust him since episode 1, I'm going to follow suit in holding my action. I have my spectral hammer already summoned. Wait, yes, I summoned that right before you went.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I want to make sure. I couldn't remember if I said that and you denied it or if I was allowed to. Anyway, moving on. So, spectral hammer is already here. I'm going to ready my hammer for if he reaches his head at us with a double hand swing.
Okay.
So if he attacks, I'm going for him. And I'm also going to set my spectral hammer to do the same. But not to attack unless provoked. And then I'm going to say, because you said we're not scared at all, right? Awesome.
You are not under the frightened condition.
We're not frightened. We're like, oh shit.
I am not scared at all. I'm immune to fear.
Oh, that's nice. So, Ivory.
Spooky stick.
Spooky stick, yeah! Spooky stick.
This is a
It
spooky
gives you
stick.
immune to fear. What the fuck? All scared. Immune to the spooky.
I am the spooky.
Because spooky stick.
I am spooky.
I am spooky. Oh my god. What do I want to say? Alright, what would Ivory say? Yeah, she would say, "Free!" No, I'm sorry. I wasn't ready. I didn't mean to go before you.
Nice.
Dang it, I'm sorry. She's gonna say, yeah, it was a really good day. How about yours? I'm hoping for a response. Also, I would like to look like peripherals to see if there's like any gaps in the wood behind me.
Roll me perception.
Getting this kid, I don't like it. I like it.
Big enough for a goat.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Just
God
the goat.
damn it. God damn it. Just want to get the goat out.
Just the goat. We're not gonna be able to get away, but we distracted. Go cookie. Anyway.
What is the distraction?
Forgive me. What'd you say it was?
Perception.
Gonna be a 17, boss.
17. As you're saying that, it was a good day. How about yours? You're like shifty, looking around with your hammer ready. It doesn't appear that any of the exterior of the hall has been damaged. It does look like the only way up through the hole it came through, or the stairs behind it.
Okay.
But you do also see that this door is open. It's gone out there.
Store?
Go right back in the kitchen
This
where
door.
it came from.
Oh.
And that's the end of your turn?
Yeah.
So the creature looks over at you. As it looks at you, the skeleton on its back kind of turns and looks at you as well. Oh, you were having a good time when you were stealing a pretty lady's treasure, weren't you? Its head turns and then looks at you. As it gets up on its claw, puts it like underneath its head.
Oh, look at the dragon.
Just came in from a long flight.
Oh.
Ah, you smell wonderful. Who's next?
So we're fine. Do we have any rolls against that? I always forget.
That'll be the end of your turn. What? You guys have shared initiative. What are you guys doing?
We're both backing up, right? A little bit?
Collectively pissing each other's pants.
You can't move forward.
Yeah. We're kind of like in a cordoned off area, aren't we?
Yeah.
You're already up against the wall.
So I'll kind of, get up next to my buddy and drag over here. Arm around him. I can tell you here in a moment, but you have to apologize for how scared I am right now. And I'll just keep fucking sinking back into that corner.
It was an okay day. We were out exploring. We saw that ice troll. I'm gonna point to the corpse of the ice troll, probably like behind, underneath it or behind it, and it attacked us. And that's about it.
Just talking to him. What the fuck?
Oh, it was an okay day. Kind of cold. That's my turn. Oh, actually, I will do the same as everyone else. Ready. If it goes to attack us, I'm going to attempt to. I'm gonna rage if it goes to attack.
Okay.
Can we do any types of saves?
Oh yeah, at the end of your guys' turn. So I have to do another wisdom save.
15.
Okay.
5.
You said 15?
Yes.
Both are still frightened.
Damn.
Who's next?
New round of combat.
New round of combat.
Once again, get ready. The same action. Same whole thing, except just dialogue. Right. Unless that door's open.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you see, there was no pretty lady around to be found at the time when we seen these things. They were just some crusty old captain up there. I heard. I didn't even see him. There was a frost troll in here trying to steal that stuff too, you know. Knowing full well the frost troll's probably under his control.
Okay. What are you trying to do with this conversation? What is your hopes?
Not
Well,
die.
I'm gonna try. Okay, the goal here is to inflate the ego. Alright. Enough to cause a distraction. Be like, well, we'll come back. To my try to get a smooth exit time.
Gotcha. I just want to make sure I'm understanding what you're...
The time is not now.
By the way, there are no stairs in here. It's just a door to get away. The stairs are there.
Behind.
No, I can make a door.
Okay. Who is next?
I think he's gonna fly over here.
I think I'm gonna fireball the room.
Run.
Goddamn shit.
Pause YouTube. Anyway.
Gotta make it there now. We have goals, people. We have goals. There's a timeline.
To commit crimes against Geneva Convention.
In Minecraft, D&D.
Anyway. I don't know. I'm gonna continue following suit. If leader is doing nothing and keeping peace, and we're not. Shut up!
Oh God!
Calm your ego here. Yeah. Anyway.
I'm scared. I want to be leader.
As if you didn't know. Anyway, I'm I don't know what to do. I'm gonna continue with my ready to action. No, I'm not. Hold on.
First rule of negotiation is find common ground. I'm gonna try to find common ground.
I'm gonna say, is there any chance that you're letting us out of here today? Just let that float there for a second. Just fishing for that answer.
Right on our way.
I'm just gonna be like, we could just get out. We know this is your home. We didn't know that. It wasn't on the welcome mat.
See the map.
Did not see a welcome mat. If I would have seen a sign or a painting or some homely thing, maybe. I'm just kidding. That's outside of him. Yeah, like a don't enter. Boys only. Dragons only.
No.
Obviously, those are all jokes. I'm going to back up slowly and see if I can't nonchalantly pry off one of the boards.
I'm just trying to get in.
Like an elephant.
What? So are you gonna use your action to try to pry a board off?
I'm gonna back up over here, shoving the goat behind me into the corner.
This is the time to use the goat as a distraction.
No.
I come with an offering.
And then I'm going to. Oh, that's his goat. Damn. Anyway.
Do you like beef jerky?
I don't give a shit. Listen, I'm gonna
I do.
try and see if I can't nonchalantly pry the board.
Okay, roll me a strength.
It's going to be a 16.
16. How are you trying to pry it?
Okay.
How are you trying
I'm gonna try and see if I see a loose board and pull at it.
to pull it? So you try pulling out a bit of the board. You gotta pull on it, and some of the ice and the snow starts to kind of fall off it. But
So it doesn't break them. No hole.
right.
Okay. I've got my little.
Typically, you wouldn't want a ship that you can just pull apart with your hand.
Well, I'm on lockdown and I'm strong.
Alright.
Well, my hammer's going through it next, so then I'm gonna knock it on foot. Anyway, I've backed into the corner. I've tried to loosen a board. It didn't work. All right, move on. And you're good. Go.
Who's that?
It's you. The dragon boy.
So it slowly moves forward,
No.
takes a step. Its mighty tail comes down and kind of drags along the side of the hull of the ship, and bits of ice and snow as it curls up behind it. It's had a long flight. Why are you trying to leave? Young wizard, I can smell your fear. Of the run. Keep a watch on him.
He doesn't have fear.
Not fear.
He got the spooky stick.
I'm immune to fear.
Are you really?
Yeah.
It's
Like
me.
stone face, like-
I'm right behind him.
He's fucking broken.
It's me.
I'm actually emotionally broken at this. I'm like, oh.
Since I forgot about your plan, I'm gonna let you react to that.
Okay.
No, it's not you. You do kind of smell. You smell lovely.
That's what I was telling him.
God, I'm the one that smells normal. I smell like fear.
Oh no! What got him?
Cow and shit.
So,
Oh no.
looks over to you. As its big head moves ever so close in front of your guys' face. The fucking figure on its back, its head also turns and looks at you. And what brings you to this wrecked ship? Who's next?
Straight combo, we're still feared.
Yep.
Exploring and yeah, exploring. I think I've seen you before. You had a whole map. That was cool, and yeah, it's cold out. Yeah, it's cold. And then continue random action to rage if attacked, or if it attacks us.
Simultaneously.
At
Wait,
this
you
point,
didn't answer my question.
can I pull out one of those bottles of
Me.
fire lichen booze?
Use your action to interact, yeah.
Shakily, oh, I'm gonna need this. give it a little lug or two, and kind of wave it in the air, try to make a scent, and blow it out at the same time in its general direction before I cork it. Maybe that might interest it, but I'll kind of try to shake myself and ready myself to be prepared to deal with the bigger dragon. That's a lot more scary than the metal one that can actually eat me. I'll just try to steal myself. So it might not work. 16.
15.
You pass.
Yay.
You're still frightened. As it's dead ass looking at you.
Again, I'm the only one I can smell properly, and I smell like fear. You're out of combat.
Well, what was the last thing you said? I'm thinking. You see, there's quite a few individuals here for their looking for lost ruins and things of such nature. We merely came here looking for booze. If we happen, find some ways that maybe we can prevent those individuals from selfishly destroying this entire area, and then that is of interest to us. Now, I would like to reaffirm that we don't sign any. Had you hung a sign, name or any of that, entirely different story. I do apologize. This was not our intention. We merely thought it abandoned. Well, it looked abandoned. Once again, ready in the action.
Makes sense.
Miss Ivory's turn.
Miss Ivory.
I am right there.
You were.
And did not move.
You're all right there.
Well, I can't move forward.
I know.
I'm not allowed.
No, you were not.
So I'm just like.
I'm just going to continue doing what I'm doing.
Still kind of fidgeting.
No. Not fidgeting. And it seems pointless. I learned from the first time. I'm not stupid. I'm just not smart. Anyway.
It's me who's stupid.
Neutral. A solid 10. Anyway, moving on.
I'll say something to it.
I'm gonna keep the goat behind me.
Okay.
Goat's important. Anyway, still gonna be ready with two-hand swinging.
Yeah.
Still gonna be ready with my spectral weapon.
Okay.
Just keeping that in mind, that because that'll go right after me, right? So, and then I'm gonna be like, you didn't answer my question. Is there any way that we're gonna, get out of here. Be able to leave. Great.
Who's next?
You.
So it's still looking at Dragnus.
Ow.
Its head turns and looks at you.
Biter.
The dead skeleton creature on its back. Its head turns and follows suit. That's it. Season up. The head turns back to you, Ivory.
Uh-oh.
The head on the top. The rider turns and looks at you at the same time. I don't know, it was a long journey. I'm quite hungry. That's why I've got the reputation I do. The head turns and looks down at you. The rider's head turns down and looks in the same direction. Lost city. People looking for it. Booze? What an interesting story. Young wizard. Tell me about it. Who's next?
You're not fair. I'll let you go first. I'm still pissing myself.
And this is like him leading off after just saying that.
Yeah.
You're still scared?
I'm still terrified.
Pat you on the back. Try to help you out. It's alright, buddy. Well, we were told that this was an abandoned pirate ship. I've never personally been on one before, but he can fill you in as to why we were here. Lead off? I don't know.
Dragus, do you have anything?
I mean, we're not flavoring ourselves, but you know, if you're hungry, maybe it's not hungry. Can you do that thing, big food, and then maybe Jack can cook it? No, I don't know. Ideas. Also,
No, that's why you're scared.
you're the one talking. The guy on your back, he also seems to be very powerful. Also, it's still cold.
Why do we sound like children?
I'm actually frightened.
Yeah, I know, but
Oh,
you
yeah,
know what I
saving
mean?
throw,
Like,
yep.
even my character.
So that's, I'm using the cold as the reason why I'm shivering. 13.
13. Still
I
afraid.
only have a +1.
Back to
And
it's
then
me.
already rage again.
Got it.
You're on a
Different combat. Oh. Nothing's popped off yet. Everyone's.
I have my distractions at the ready. Yes. It is quite an interesting tale, if I'm being honest. You love me some information. You mentioned twice now that you had quite a long flight. Tell me, where are you flying from? I'm sure we're not enough meal for you. Even if you did eat us, you'd still be hungry. I've seen you eat mammoths and entire tribes, so that seems like a meal. It seems more like when you get one apple and you eat half of it. that's what I. Where are you from? Tell me a little bit about your long journey.
Okay.
I like information.
I'm awaiting the story.
What's that?
I'm awaiting the story.
Just
Just listen. Go, baby, stay behind me. That's
Damn it, you.
Feed it to go.
No!
Actually ends up getting like on all fours. Kind of like lays down. Its tail kind of wraps around part of the hull.
Is it a dragon loaf?
Huh?
Is it loafing?
Yeah.
That'd be happy, sorry.
As it lays down, its neck turns and looks at you.
Very well.
Yes. Melthorond is great.
Me.
Candlekeep learned at one point to keep his name in good flavor. It turns and looks at you.
flavor keep.
You can take that if you want.
Thanks, bud.
I am the greatest. Head turns. The rider's head on his back turns and looks down at you again. As it's lounging. I am the great Arveiaturace. I roam all of Sword Coast. And recently I've acquired this area and territory from my deceased mate. It's a long fly from Icespire Peak they're gonna make me a little cachet out here with you guys. As it turns to look at each one of you guys, its head turns so rudely taken from. Don't you think the ice over top of this is like a sign? Now, I won't ask again. Tell me more about this city, these people. Hearing wind all day is so boring. Who's next?
You're on fighting. I'll let you go first again.
That's how it's going. You gotta do that, boss man. Mr. Leaders here.
Well, it depends on which city you want to hear about. There's multiple cities. You want to know about cities in this area? Cities where we're from?
He mentioned the lost city you guys are looking
The
for.
Lost City?
We were looking for a lost city. I don't know much about it, but you know.
I don't know much about any lost cities, but I do know something about this area.
Very nice.
I'll try to keep it down to like little bits of what the round would actually be.
Well, stories. I don't have many, but so I mean, we fought a giant dragon Charlatan. We fought a Durger.
Oh, now we're coming back.
Oh, there's two. He was my friend, but
The moose.
Tutu's gone. Oh, and then there was a white moose that it could talk, and that's okay.
Now it's a cake talking. Now it's a cake. God damn it.
And then there was a town of people that had powers. He really liked talking to them. They had powers, and
Oh my god.
he hurts my brain and talks about time. He can do time stuff, and it's still cold. It's still cold. Ready my turn, and you're ready to rage. 17. I'm finally not frightened.
You're not frightened anymore.
I'll just be like, oh my god. First of all, excuse my friend. Those people did not have powers. They are. I did not like talking. That was sarcasm. So I don't know much about the lost city. I'm sorry to hear. I'm like amazing, by the way. First off, let me say, yes, the ice would have been a sign. Not everything around here was also in ice. That would be kind of like if this was in like lava or some shit right here, I'd have questions. This was in ice. I'm not the only one, right? Okay. Lost city I don't know too much about. There's a weird albino tiefling running around looking for it. She made us go and do an investigation of a big, I don't know what it's called, like a big spire, I guess. Spire. Big spire. We went in there, looked. We didn't find too much. It was mostly rubble. At one point down, we did end up finding like a mini library, but it wasn't anything interesting. Been there for fucking ever, I guess. My thoughts are somebody's house just got buried under all the years of snow. I have no idea. But I did try to read all those books, and trust me, they're done to shit. Quite since long been lost to time. What's up, man? I do imagine the wind is a bit lonely. Sorry you've had to deal with this.
Why would I read?
Nope.
Nope.
Ain't one thought behind those eyes. Save the goat.
Just
Save the
goat.
sweet smelling honey, just glaze.
Lots of saving the goat.
There's nothing valuable I can add to this beyond what this. Oh, yeah. Nonchalantly, quietly, I'm gonna.
Almost like a nervous jitter.
Yeah. And it's gonna be a. What are your thoughts? How do you think we're getting out of this? That's it. In my turn. Obviously, that was silent. It was just, it was.
Its head goes and turns and looks at you. The rider on its back, its skeletal head turns and looks in the same direction. Now, try it again, but slower. Head turns, glancing at you. Rider's head glancing as well. Glancing back to you. A spire. Altheron mentioned those in his research as well. Altheron. Was our magic available to help us?
Do you recognize that name?
For all history.
I do have that book. A lot. Hold on, I'll tell you the next one now. Oh goddamn. 25.
No.
No, for sure.
Yep. No, for sure. Never heard of that fucking name. All right.
What was that?
No, for sure. I looks down at you. Sorry, you maybe lose my train of thought.
Sorry, I was like, what the fuck is that guy?
And I harbor no feelings of loss towards. Where you at? No, where you at? Arathathor. Well, an occasional bang, buddy.
Oh.
At least he talked to me. Who's next?
What?
Us.
What?
What? Dragons make a dick?
Fuck buddy. Fuck buddy. Do you want to start or do you want me to start?
You start.
I'm gonna ramble.
You go ahead and ramble.
Okay. Arveiaturace. So, to begin, I was walking north. I was tasked with finding a great. You could stop at any point. I'm gonna keep rambling, and you can stop my turn whenever you want, and then I'll be ready to rage if.
I got something.
Is that where?
But I'm gonna start from session 1 and just start.
That's why it's just
If you really want to hear stories, I can tell you stories that my father told me of beings up here. About having friends, I learned had friends up here. There's not much else I can tell you. I was kind of ready my action to get the fuck
And
away.
you are still continuously rambling.
I'm gonna start from session 1 and just start going.
Key log.
That was. Walk past by the world.
That's fine. So you were continuously rambling, still in the
gonna
background.
Start going, and whenever you want me to end my turn, I'm cool with it. But I'm
gonna keep going.
You mentioned a name I hadn't heard of, and this magic was here to help you. What are you trying to do? What are you looking to do that you need help? And who is that name that I'm unfamiliar with? My apologies.
Neltharon?
Yeah.
No.
Who's Neltharon? What do you need help with?
Gotcha.
Or just hear this guy? I'm like, oh,
And dragons like.
I would like to make an amendment to
Okay.
the beginning of this session and say that I dropped silence because I remembered that I cast silence at the end of the last session.
Oh yeah.
That would have been really embarrassing if we just all talked.
I just didn't hear shit.
YouTube and retcon the start of this session.
So, yeah. An amendment is made and silence was dropped.
That was the beginning of the.
Well, shit. Right. So that being said, Ivory doesn't really have anything to add that would be, or that's being asked. So she's kind of just like observing, what do I notice other than the rider and his head move together? Is there anything that I notice about the dragon that, other than the fact that he's like relaxing, so that does kind of, if something pops off, give us an advantage in a way, I guess?
Yeah, go ahead and roll investigation.
Like, do I notice an opening if I should need to use it? Does that make sense?
Go ahead and roll that investigation.
I'm observing, so. Oops. Alright.
Oops.
It's not a 1, don't worry.
Oops.
Someone have an oopsie poopsie.
Like a 6.
Pause one? Sorry.
Oh, yeah, sure. We'll take it. Continue.
Alright, Alright, observation. I'm going to pull a lucky so I can reroll.
Okay.
You can decide after you roll. If you want to use it.
Nice. What'd you say?
You can roll first and then decide if you're using the lucky key, take that second roll.
That's what I did.
Roll 6
I rolled a 6 first.
Yeah. So you don't have to like, you can roll and be like, I don't want to take it, and then you don't burn a lucky. You still get to see the second roll.
Oh, gotcha.
That's why I like it
Okay,
good.
yeah, gotcha. I get it. Wait, it was investigation?
Yep.
Okay, so it's gonna be a 17.
17. So you notice her eyes are kind of grayed over the top. Her entire scaly skin, well, you could tell at one point was white, has been worn down, as if with old age. Her relaxed disposition is a sign of either A, not very smart,
Or confidence.
a lot of confidence.
Probably that.
Still no other exit, but as it lays down, you see there's a larger opening to the top portion of the ship, and her body is still laying near in front of the stairs.
But on her, other than details that you just gave, there's nothing.
Anything specific.
But she's very relaxed. She's not seeming. While a threatening beast, she doesn't seem to be threatening right now. Like she's not.
I mean, besides the gigantic menacing presence.
Right.
Yeah.
But she
isn't
doesn't.
like trying to bite your head off right
She's
now.
not making aggressive notions yet.
Just
Alright.
comments that we might
So just kind of reading body language and stuff like that. She's relaxed.
Eat the flesh off
Yeah, yeah.
bones.
But that was
Didn't say Jack
That was
plate of spices.
20 seconds ago.
Right?
Where's this?
We haven't gone beyond
Yeah.
that.
24 seconds ago, something like
Before no
that.
one on
She's
it.
loafing. She's loafing like a little cat. Anyway, go on.
It's Dragon's turn?
It's dragon turn.
You're referring to, as Ted turns back to you, Ted looking down. You're referring to, at the same time, Dragnus is still just, and then we're running. We have ingots.
We have ingots.
You're referring to Beltharan, the great and accomplished wizard. And she goes to lay down on all fours, crossing her arms. My friend, though time has taken you from me, I'm always certain as Red looks back up at the wizard that you can tell now as the cloak billows back. It's like long hair. Its head is turned and looks at her. Turns back. Why don't we start this slower and from the top? Keep the initiatives wrote down. What do you guys want to do?
I'm very relaxed.
So we have initiative temporarily?
Yeah.
In case something happens, like initiative.
I just have it in case one of y'all do something goofy.
Okay, Spiral.
Well, actually, no, it's our turn first. We're killing the wizard.
The rabbit once gave us great advice.
So you served a wizard. I mean, I do aspire to be somewhat of a wizard myself. What was he trying to help you with? I mean, what is your goal? What do you need assistance with?
Looks over at you once again. The head on its back turns. I grow lonely. I miss my dear friend more than anything. Tell me, young wizard, can you bring somebody back from the dead who's perished of old age?
Peek up for a second. You're like, as a matter of fact, I do believe it possible.
When did they perish?
My friend has been gone for 200-300 years now, give or take.
Then yes.
My home is starting to crumble apart. The fortress he has built for us is starting to break and shatter over time. Baltheron is the only one, I believe, who could repair it. That's enough about me for now. Tell me some more about you.
He's going on this.
So,
Just
we were in a town called Burnshender, and then we had a scary encounter where this crazy lady who likes to be naked in the cold, someone doesn't make her cold, was talking, and Jack didn't like her.
I like to be naked in the cold. Does that make me crazy?
You look a little bit tougher than a fleshy human.
Go on.
You are quite impressive. But yeah, Jack didn't like that, and then he teleported away, and then was thrown back at us by, I think, a god. But then we went to bed, or we were going to go to bed, and then I saw this cute little thing running, holding silverware. It was called a chwinga.
A chwinga.
Yes, they were cool.
Its head turns, looking at you a little bit more interested. As the rider's head on the back turns and looks at you.
I'm gonna look back at the dragon. I look up a second, but I look back at the dragon. So we decided, like, hey, we heard somebody wants to see these things. We hightailed it there, and we kept following, and then we found a small little forest. We walked in, and it was bigger on the inside.
Don't
I'm gonna
worry.
go pee while he's down.
But we had an imaginary tea party with him, and then I got my best friend Tutu, who I used to keep in my pocket.
I do know the pain of losing a friend.
He rode a flying goldfish made of stardust.
Space fish.
I don't know.
That is quite interesting.
But it was a cool time. Like, there was a time he froze time, and we walked across. A river, the lake, and like we knew it was frozen because like there was fish stuck midair and they weren't dead. And we went to a cave. We fought this green guy who was really messed up in the head. But it was cool because then we got like cool gifts from a guy named Saint Nick, like my sword, and this cape that's always billowing. Like, do you see how it's always billowing? Like, it's cool. You are very impressive. I've seen you the mammoth, and that is cool and impressive.
No, you have not seen but an inkling of how impressive I am. As above her head, out of like thin air, poof, like a staff appears. Poof, poofs away. Then another staff.
That is, you do
And
the
then a
thing like he
wand,
does with his bird.
I highly doubt that.
But he can make a poof and poof.
Now, how did all that time stop, by the way?
He wouldn't teach me. Tutu only talked like, meh, and I couldn't understand it.
I'm gonna interrupt in this point. So, like I said, I do believe it is possible to bring back things once lost. You see, time is the thing that's my thing. I don't love the secrets of. There's a not yet dead being who oversees time and the time should be, leaves of time. I am but of one of very few remaining devotees to this individual. And with devotees comes strength. On the verge of undeath, I'm not sure what you would call it, ceasing to be. My people long since, my family, long seems to try to rectify that. So that we can undo a curse that was bestowed upon us many a century ago. Way back when. There's no way to simply remove the curse, but we have to unmake it.
Are you saying that with this path you can rewind time?
I believe so, yes.
All time, on people.
I believe it to be possible. Although I don't know. Granted, it is quite a grandeur thing to do. It's a long-standing quest of mine, but what's not accomplished in my lifetime could be My children, so my children.
Well, I've waited long enough.
I believe it.
200 years missing my friend, Ethelon.
And you mentioned your home is collapsing. He might be able to help. I'm not sure if I may be of some service to that degree, but I do dabble in the arcane arts, so I might be able to take a look. Help.
You dabble in the arcane arts. And she throws up. Like this meaty, vomit-covered skeleton. Some humanoid. It's wearing like fucked up, half-decayed mariner clothes. Right on the ground. Show me a demonstration of this time power you possess.
Oh, no.
Is that the crazy
This
guy
has
from
only
Bremen?
been about a day.
Ugh. Demonstrating it will be difficult. For now, my powers are limited to the world and the whole. If I were to rewind it slightly, you would not be able to perceive it, as it would rewind the very action of what you've just done, and you would think you've never done it. The most I can do with this current jump. What the fuck is this? Just looking at this meatball.
Looking at this meat.
I'm assuming they ate it and it's...
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Alright. Now, tell me, sir, as I literally just speak with him, the dead thing on the flesh, who's probably terrified.
What are you casting?
Speak with dead.
Okay. So you cast Speak with Dead. The court rises up. Ah!
I see.
That's messed up.
What befell you?
White Claw! White Claws!
There are no laws.
No, what can you mess with?
No! White Claws!
Don't seem very... No, doesn't seem to like you very much.
That is my name all up and down the Sword Coast.
White claws?
White Claws. Again, it's in the
Like
book.
the Celtic?
I did giggle in the book.
We're lost.
There's a few different other ones. There's like White Claw, Shadow Fang, some... She got a whole bunch of them. Whatever.
I'm checking.
I got names on names.
The only people safe from Zimmer hunting grounds would be water deep in their parts.
Makes sense.
Because
Party's a bunch of fucking dickheads. Just Party's a bunch of fucking assholes, man.
it's because of our relationship with L'Oreal Silverhand. Oh, and the old Alden of Mintarn. Yeah, both were really good. Had many conversations with me, and I do hate being lonely aboard.
Illustrial Silverhand, you say? That's crazy. Small world, I suppose. That is my direct report.
Go on.
I work for her. Oh, don't tell the bunny though.
Huh?
I say,
Don't tell the buddy.
Don't tell the bunny.
Like her head is so big, it's like an eyeball shift, like looking at the bunny. And the corpse is still like, ah.
Oh, hold on.
Do any names ring a bell for that?
I'm gonna momentarily stasis the corpse so it stops moving. Like it's just like mid fucking like fall or whatever.
Oh, the names. All right.
Just
Don't
like
tell
I-
me the name of the direct spirit. Gotcha. All right.
This is the only thing I can do to actually demonstrate the time, by the way, because this stops a single thing instead of affecting the whole world's time stream, so you can kind of visualize this. To that thing, it can't see anything until it starts moving, and then it'll start moving again. Until it starts moving again. That's what I can do for demonstration. It's kind of hard to demonstrate. But yes, Silverhand, that is my direct report.
It's the first time you guys have ever heard of that, by the way.
Yes, this is the first immediate time you ever heard that this is my direct report. Of the
Oh yeah, I know. Rather than me look to check, I'm like, oh shit.
You guys will be like, see bullshit?
I'm gonna jump back to you in a second.
Sure.
You three. hearing this in this conversation, you hear, ah, and then frozen in time, look, throwing out magic.
There's some
Oh,
vomit,
it's still big as fuck.
magic, meatball.
Go.
I didn't know you could do that.
Me?
Yeah, I didn't know you could answer.
We have gone over this so many times.
No, not the time thing.
Oh.
The dead thing.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, if you can
So
make
far
that
out
talk,
by
can't
death.
you let him talk to her?
Oh my god. Can he not talk to her? I'm assuming he can talk.
No, I meant the one. I don't want to mispronounce his name. I'm bad with names.
Well, she talks to him all the time. She
But he doesn't talk back. Right? Right?
I'm aware that Melthoron has been dead for many years.
But he made that dead person talk. I wonder if he can make him talk for you, too. Like,
I do not want his corpse defiled.
fair enough. Well, I asked first.
Fair, yeah.
Last people who spoke Ilya's name had a new sunroof put in.
Oh, this people.
Have you ever heard of the Great Library of Candlekeep?
I have. That's really hard to get into, actually.
I have a hard time
I
getting
did.
Huh. Easier route than mine.
By force.
It's very difficult to get into normally.
Apparently I'm no longer welcomed. But there's a great book he's talking about the wonders of Melthoron's work. Now in the library.
I'm gonna have to go check that out.
Sounds like it deserves to be there.
I'm gonna take out like a pen and paper and like write it down like a quill.
Yeah.
Write that down.
Roll me insight. Are you going to...
Seems like a reasonable dragon.
What did you roll?
5. Hold on. I rolled a 5 without modifiers. So real low. It doesn't matter.
If you really wanted to write it down, Meltharond.
Fuck, I'm gonna mispronounce that every day of the goddamn week.
Yeah.
Meltharond.
Mouth around.
What's it now?
Oh, God. And we started this shit back up.
I got specific shit. I got notes. Like, this bitch got her own tab. I'm like... So what'd you roll?
5.
That was a 5.
5. Well... You're kind of warming up to her. Seems okay. Yeah.
Seems okay.
I mean, she threw up a dead guy, but like...
She's loafing. She'd be nice. She's chilling.
She just likes to talk.
Sitting
Girl
around.
time.
We're talking. We're having girl time. It'd be great. Yeah. They are having girl time. It's great.
Alright.
Figuring out how we can help. Ivory is in real life, but in game also kind of running through her head like what spell she has and what leverage she could do to get us out of here. Because it outside of game, like okay, so away from what's happening again. It's an ideal of obviously this is a lot of talk and potential quest for survival, so we can survive based off of what we can get from her, information wise, and if we could help her out. Part of me wants to find out, is she with Auril? Because then that's different. But if she's against Auril and so are we, bonding through connective enemy. And then, so we got that. And then, but if I can find a spell that could potentially, if I could get to that level.
I can help you out. Go ahead and roll Arcana for me.
Okay.
I'm helping Ivory, I'm sorry.
Yeah, if not, I was just literally going through different spells and what I have to offer now, but like what then? Not 20.
Natural 20. So, you know, through all your teachings, even what you've picked up from other adventures, there isn't a single spell that can revive somebody who has died of old age.
Correct.
Oh, yuck.
Yep.
This dragon's smart and has lived a long time. She knows that too then. The only thing we have on our side is time. Oh, anyway.
So far I understand that you're telling me that the best chance to save my dear friend is in the hands of a deceased god that you walking snacks worship. So tell me, why should I believe that when I haven't had one demonstration of that power yet? I'll give you one to kind of think, plan, demonstration. And why do the stories stop? I hate being bored. We're gonna take quick fire.
It also works, but it works in a
Different way.
less gooder.
This is what I have offered.
Yeah, me too. I was like take a big bite of food.
Yeah, I had to hit continue as soon as you took a bite.
Of course.
Dick.
I'm sorry.
Should be biting dick.
Yeah. It wouldn't be a gaming session.
Crunchy,
without-
crunchy, crunchy. But then you shouldn't be biting dick. It's not good for you or the receiver.
That's what you think. I'm King Shane.
Then,
You're right. I'm sorry.
after I got my new friend Tutu,
Sorry, you
we
do.
did go
God damn it.
all the way up to, what was the name of that we went to, I had my map pulled up. I lost it. Well, all the way to Bremen, because that was the only person who wanted to see it. And then we did that. What was, they had no food because nobody go fishing. We met this really rude guy who tried to get us to go fishing, but like pay us less money than actually exists. She was not going for the copper. But we ended up actually just going out there. We fought a dinosaur.
A dinosaur,
I
huh?
think they call it a plesiosaur. I'm not good with words.
I can tell.
I try my best. But it was a cool fight. I was sad because I used a potion called Potion of Animal Friendship, and I thought I could make him a friend. I like friends. But he didn't want to be friends. But he fed the whole town for a while. Now,
Your fight sounded really
I was
interesting.
gonna break into this.
Reminds me of a fight I had before. So,
I'm astounding.
there I was, minding my own business, stealing sailors off of ships and swimming down the Sword Coast. Then a portal opened up. Out came 12 adult black dragons and a pirate ship full of wizards. The fight lasted all day, but I'm still here.
How did you survive?
I'm vicious.
Are the rest of them dead?
Oh yeah.
See, that's a meal.
A lot of this I wouldn't be able to accomplish
that's
though without Melthoron with me.
Was he with you on that fight?
Melthoron's been with me for a long time. Just not in life.
I'm sad. I'm sorry. I know that's never fun losing someone. I lost my grandfather.
Oh. So you too understand loss.
It's never easy.
And wouldn't you do anything to bring him back?
Well, he helps me from beyond the grave.
Same.
God's damn it.
That's true. You know, there's a risk-reward factor here, sure. The things we've told you. Again, I can't demonstrate it to you because it would rewind your time and perception as well. So, it would look like nothing happened, which is very frustrating on my end. Believe you, I have tried for these people for quite a while
Wait,
at this point.
can't you do what you did?
Yeah, do it to us.
the bar?
That way he can see. Well, no, because it would
That's
provide
time
time.
stopping. Yes, if you want to see the rewind aspect of it, it rewinds the universe's time.
But that's at least an example that they could see.
So you see,
Because
here's my pocket watch.
Well, no, he
That has the true time on it.
Its head looks over at the pocket watch. The Melthoron's head also turns.
This is the true time of the universe. As you see, it currently says it's
Huh?
4:30 a.m.
4:30 a.m. It does not look like it's 4:30 a.m. Not the slightest.
Sounds like you have a broken watch.
No. This is the
I said
true.
the same thing.
See, this is what they don't get. This is the true time. You saw how that thing stopped for a moment? Its perception of time. It didn't stop. It didn't see that. So those few precious seconds still continued on, even though that thing didn't see it. So I'm trying to explain, small rewinds over time add up to very big differences. This shows the true time.
You're starting to lose me.
Yes.
Bring it down a little slower.
Okay. They can attest. At times they have been fighting and had deja vu in the adventures. They see themselves fire an arrow and miss. So they see that and they correct themselves and fire it true. That's me rewinding the entire world when they missed. So they can try again. That's the most I can show them, because when they're rewound, where they're at is rewound. What they know is taken back. So they're put back to where they were.
Everybody else gets to tell them.
I'm the only one that's out of it since I'm doing it. So I can't tell anybody anything. Because they don't believe me. When they do. But it's hard to show without proof. I can rewind any of these people right now. The problem is everything rewinds.
So you're telling me there is no way to rewind Meltheron's clock?
There isn't. Let me explain. I believe it possible. Rewind back to the time when he was just
one of the greatest wizards ever.
When his time had just dawned. So then, with that, we can find a high level better, perhaps, in due time, where someone could reincarnate into a fresher, younger body, so he can extend his life even further beyond what it was already at.
She takes a little bit of interest and starts like turning towards you. How do we go about doing this then?
You should ask my exact cause for being alive is to figure out how to rewind large portions of time in existence. And I have made great headway in recent years. I've actually spoken to Kronos.
Kronos,
Yes.
the dead god.
Yes, he is the one who, I look at the pendant that's on my neck. The one who gifted me this pendant as a symbol on it. I had a dream. I've met him and seen the Vampires of Time. And then I'll go over the visions that he had given me.
One of them was also... Oh.
I'll bring that up. One of them.
White dragon?
You see, he gives me visions of futures as well. And vision, it's really hard to piece them all together. They come at you so fast. And what was you? What was this, as fast as you could possibly see an image of you mentally flashing with other images. But you stuck out. Obviously, in all the grandeur. I'll tell the other things, the big book, the orb, the fucking red cobalt. I'm kind of go through all that.
If you need the pictures, I have to pull them up right now.
Oh, I see them. I see them.
I did see the fires in the sky not too long ago from your guys' skirmish. Whatever the hell that was.
How about the Charlatan Dragon? Yes, that was a feeble attempt at making a dragon made of charlatan.
No, of course.
Obviously, they can't match up to the true strength of magic there.
So, Meltheron actually used many enchantments to expand his life longer than he was actually supposed to. I do not quite understand his work, but no one I've met has ever been able to decipher it either.
I am interested.
And you guys want to interject and add anything up? I'm going to get back to it.
Check with you were.
Do you want to
I had a thought.
Oh
no.
God! Eat the bones.
That's so messed up. That was a jerk move. I rolled on that one, but I didn't deserve that.
Was your thought a very interesting, Mark?
It was very intrusive. Eat the bones. That'll put them to rest. God dang it.
I'm letting them get their speaking. I'm going after.
Okay.
I can't remember what it was. Sorry. I know.
I just had to put a big thing out here. I'm like,
It's called
okay.
stage fright.
I don't know what.
I smell the fear on you once again.
Maybe I should have a little more to drink then. Perhaps you want a drink?
What did she say her friend's name was?
Arveiaturace.
No, that's her name, right?
Not poison.
Yep.
What's her friend's name?
Melferond.
Okay. I couldn't remember. Alright. I don't know Melferond. All I know for
That guy. That guy.
Yeah. But I don't know who he is in history.
I pointed like I was Arveiaturace, like it's behind my back.
I was like,
I thought you were pointing.
Fucking knew it,
that guy.
what? No, sorry, she's gonna be pissed. Like, one second.
Honestly, okay. So I'm having Ivory pull a.
It's because it's not cute and tiny, that's why.
Yeah.
It's cute and tiny.
I don't feel like I need to defend that thing.
That thing. Jeez.
The goat needs me. I gotta stay whole for the goat. No, okay, so Ivory's pulling one of those. Okay. You know how support character. I'm not pulling I'm trying to be the main character here or make a big point or act smart when I only have 10 intelligence. She's not trying to, yeah, I know, but like, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to like,
You guys are heroes, so.
step forward. I'm just kind of being here,
Let me see real quick.
observing still. You know how, okay, I don't know how else to describe it.
Forest.
You stay quiet so that you're aware of everything that's happening. I'm just keeping focus and I'm trusting that he knows where he's going with what he's choosing to say. I'm letting him lead the way because I have a feeling he's the only one that can get us out of here.
Jack?
Does that dude she spat out look familiar to any of us, by the way?
You can roll history.
It's been like a day, is what it said.
But he's all meat. He's an meatball.
He's on meatball, but
Oh, the spit out guy?
yeah.
No, he's fucking mangled as shit.
That's what it looks like too, anyways. Oh man.
Just don't talk to them.
Was until he was suspended.
Yeah.
You had mention of a fortress or something of the sort. I mean, if you're staying in this, we know of a place that would fit a dragon that we just kind of cleared a dragon out of.
Yeah.
That you might be able to stay in. You would just have
go
to
invade the
contend
female
with some
Durger.
Durgers that are there right now.
I'm sure they wouldn't be a problem for you.
A more secure location than this.
More than a pirate ship, yes. It literally flew out of the roof.
We did accidentally
Oh,
just
something just
stumble upon
flew
you.
past you as you said that, by the way.
And for effect, it flew. It came out of the roof. You could have rooftop access.
You would have a fortress. With
And
a
you wouldn't
mountain-
have to build anything.
And you have Durgers at your disposal, technically.
Yeah.
With a mountain at your back.
And a lady who has many, many old stories. I forget her name, but she
Oh,
could
yeah,
run
what's
things
her
like
name?
And if anybody did approach you, you'd be able to
I'll
see
rip her
them
name
coming
down.
from a mile away.
Grandma Durger.
And it's among a bunch of mountains.
Where is this
Ooh.
fortress located at?
I'll
And-
pull out my map. It's about right.
And there's tunnels at the bottom that lead to the Underdark.
How very interesting. Tactical advantage.
Plus Underdark, I'm sure there's other pathways you can find there to get to some other locations that are that way. That you're privy to. You said you wander all around Silk Coast. Can't hurt to have another underground way to move about, huh?
Well, there's underground though. There's underground enemies too.
Sure.
Not anything you
I
can
will,
gobble up.
Take a look at this fortress. I sure hope this isn't a trap.
Oh no, you remember that you said you saw a firefight, the big mechanical? Yeah, that's where that came from.
Yeah.
We got rid of it. There's no longer a dragon. There is Charlatan.
Take care of that stuff. That stuff's
The guy who made the dragon was called Zardark. He's not with us anymore. He
He unfortunately passed away.
he literally was dragged to hell. Like a portal came up and
That
dragged
is
him to
true.
hell.
That was something weird. That was even I'm like,
They did have, there was a devil in there and an alien. Eclectic group.
These stories are quite fascinating. Tell me more about this fortress and the adventure you guys went on.
So as I'm telling, like as they're telling it, I'll like do a little acting, you know. I'll use the Pope hat to transform into the people that they're like, we saw this guy. This guy.
Well, yeah, you gotta like do the nubby.
Next slide.
The nubbies. No, because
Tell me all about it.
So we're in British and we're tasked to deal with this evil Zara because he really wanted. Well, he kind of killed his son, but then his son tried to kill me first and. Sorry, Ms. Ivory. Did you want to?
Oh, you're fine. I was just going to start from the beginning. A dragon attacked 2 towns, killing everybody but a grandma.
Who was in the middle of getting stabbed? I'll transform into the grandma.
And then I saved.
Who was getting stabbed?
Asshole!
We killed them.
Like just use her whole mouth when she says it just fills up with ice. Asshole!
Do you know Mrs. Smith?
I'm not familiar with Mrs. Smith.
Everyone loves her.
This territory is new to me.
Well, we saved her, and then we promised her that we would do our best to prevent this from happening again. We destroyed the dragon. He did it.
Good showing.
Lost of my favorite wand.
He just stares off into the distance.
And once again, like staff started appearing like beside her.
She's doing
Like-
like a plot, like broken, like staff. This was my favorite wand.
These were Meltheron's favorite wands and staffs. She just keeps making like appear and then disappear.
Okay, man.
Like just poof, 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 poof. Like, no movement, no crazy shit. They just poof, poof.
That's not scary.
Not at all. And then after we did that, we went to the keep. And
then we were trying to be super sneaky, and like Jack turned invisible, and then
I opened up the door.
cool acrobatics. Like, so we got in. We were exploring. We met this old lady who was like, "Hey, your enemy, my enemy. My people leave you people alone."
The only
Cool.
my people helped me out.
She had a mechanical dragon too.
And
It
then
was a small one.
I did the little mechanical dragon.
Bye-bye.
With a Pope hat.
With a
It's a Pope hat. Yeah, they all have Pope hats on. They all didn't have Pope hats, by the way. It's like-
Oh, because you're a little dragon. So stupid.
Then we were exploring. We had to do a couple Durger. Not too bad. Then we came across an illithid, but his like tentacles were cut off, and like it was
It
weird.
looked like him. He's like fucking horrified.
Like-
Fucking cut on there.
With a metal plate that got ripped off his forehead.
Yeah, it was not a pretty sight. He wouldn't have looked tasty. He wouldn't have looked tasty. I mean, and I point to you as you're acting at him.
Oh my.
And
And
then
every time her head goes to look at the three of you, and then slightly shift over, it's to be transforming. Again, the skeleton rider. So wherever Arveiaturace's head moves, Rider's also moves.
That's weird.
And then we went up and we found a big room with a lot of people digging. There was a forge, and they said there was something in the forge that was alive. I still say we could have moved the forge, but they were like, "No, I'm too weak." But we lured a lot of them out because there was a lot of them. And then he threw a flask of fire. And he threw fire at them, and there was a lot of fire.
There's a lot of
a
fire.
lot of
It was
heat.
actually really warm in there. Like, it's cold out here, but it was warm there. Really warm.
There were a lot of spliced together abomination mechanical Durgers.
What a fascinating story.
I'll transform more with a Pope hat.
It seemed like God did not want me to have a flamethrower that day.
Seems like you have been through quite a lot.
But
Yeah, I've
Well,
almost
I'm
died
moving
lots of
on.
times.
all that we went through cleared most of it out of a fortress that you could have.
Interesting.
If you talk to, and I transform into one old lady, this old lady that's there, she might be,
They might work with you.
might work with you and help you, help us whatever goals you want.
Ooh, and are you familiar with Durgers?
Yes.
I'll do regards. So you know that they go invisible.
That's not really a problem for me.
No, I mean it's useful.
One to
For
four
you.
one, yeah, it's useful for you as well, you know.
I was being useful for you.
Interesting. I really don't have use for people unless they can help me out with my friend here.
Well, those specific people, you know, the Underdark, maybe they can secure routes for you to other places. That's what I was thinking, but
Would I
here's one other aspect.
be able to ask a question about your friend?
as her head gets closer to you. Like the breath is hitting you. Sure.
How, if he's dead, how does he move when you move?
Meltheron was an expert on enchantments. He put enchantments so he could ride on my back when he was alive, and my speed wouldn't break his bones. So I just kind of stuck.
How fast can you go?
Show
How
us your
fast
red
do I need to
shoes.
run?
Show us your red
That's a
shoes.
fuck boy.
Sanic.
Sometimes when I'm really pushing at 160 feet per round.
Wow. That's
That is
6
amazing.
seconds. 160 feet in 6 seconds?
Imagine.
0 to 6. Oh, hold on. 0 to 6 seconds. 0 to 6 feet.
Like, that
So she instantly goes, unless,
So she's not here anymore?
and then poof, right back down.
Oh, damn it.
Quick, fucking go!
It was like a vacuum created. Boom, boom.
That was cool. That was.
So much so I want to see it a second time. I'm gonna rewind time and just watch it again.
Wait, so what's
Explain how that
your
works.
move doing that?
She's making a movement speed, so she's doing an action like dash. I'm gonna rewind the dash. She's doing it again.
So you guys think you've seen Arveiaturace fly up super quick and
And
back
she
down.
thinks she's seen her fly up, so I'm gonna have her experience the deja vu.
Flies right back down.
That was really cool.
I don't know how I want to roll this. So I was rolling insight and got a natural 20.
Oh, good luck. You can take a second and think about that.
He gave a good rundown on that
I
ability.
did give a huge explanation.
Yeah, he gave a really good rundown. Wouldn't she be able to put 2 and 2 together?
Moving
She's
the deja
extremely
vu.
intelligent. Did you just do the thing?
So she lands, woof. I know. She says, before you say anything.
Can you know what I'm gonna say? This was really cool.
That's me rewinding time. I'm just gonna say.
Did you do that thing again?
It's really hard to explain, and you probably just have a deja vu or something, but it has happened. I assure you.
Show me more.
I don't know how it's gonna be.
Yet's the flavor word there.
So
far.
if I were to bite down on you, would you figure out how to make it to where I don't?
I could figure out how I can make it so that you might not. You'll have deja vu and technically improve your chances to bite me. I think that's negative. I think that's negative to the person. Just really want to make sure you stuck your best landing.
Wanted to witness the magnificence again.
You're so magnificent, you're gonna see it twice. Nobody else got to see it twice. Sorry, everybody, but
So far, a lot of this appears like theater and parlor tricks. Though I am quite intrigued with the possibility of rewinding time.
same.
Does anyone else want to interject with anything?
It's very weird whenever he does it.
I don't like it.
Yeah, that was a first for me.
Yeah.
It's always the weirdest the first time.
I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do
I'm
about it.
sorry.
Then he tries to be slick and doesn't say anything about it.
I'm just hoping. I gotta see, because if I say something, you could just be like, "Nuh-uh," if you didn't realize it, right? So I gotta make sure there's some sort of reaction. Otherwise, my word means nothing, right? I could say, "I just did it right now." No one believes me. I didn't.
What if we just have really good luck?
I suppose. It's very complicated to rewind the entire universe and then have somebody see it. Like, it doesn't work.
You know, you can rewind the universe, and he can just move all of existence.
That is true.
What?
You forgot
Forgot about how Excuse me for a second. I'm just going to pull out something from my backpack here. I'm just going to move really, really slowly. That way it's not threatening.
Go ahead and like curls up on her side and just watches you.
Pull out this little hammer.
I like how nonchalant.
It was a hammer, right?
Chill.
It's a rod.
A rod.
I'm like,
With strong men pushing left.
Two strong men pushing left. Oh god, let me pull this up real quick just so I can be accurate. Forgot about this one.
He got that when I got the cool cape that never stops billowing.
I got the ring that moves
So,
forward.
it's a magical emerald stone rod decorated with images of strong men pushing boulders to the right. So as an action, I'll activate the rod. And so supposedly this moves everything one way.
It does.
And then if I do it again, it moved again.
It does.
Like everything ever. Not just I wish it was me, but we all just moved again and again. Now you're like a foot away from where you were before I started doing that. That's even harder to understand than that.
She sits up and looks at you, serious. Okay, that was funny.
What the fuck?
Goofy, and she puts her humongous hand, like pets your head.
Huge eyes.
Do like a gentle pack on the back, give you a little push.
You ever see a scared bunny?
That was funny.
yeah. Funny little bunny.
Well, I appreciate these stories, and you know what? I'll share one more of my own before we get on with what we gotta figure out. Do you know why I chose the Dark Duchess to try to build a secondary horde?
I don't. I didn't know it was called that.
Oh yeah, it's the name of the ship.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the paint's faded, buried under ice.
As is everything in the area. That's the. Sorry.
So believe it or not, this hull that was created was not because I was just hungry. I mean, that was a bonus. What? It was the first place the last place that me and my ex-lover met. I'll say that. Mutual understanding. He told me stories, gave a little whatever.
Looks at the floor and makes sure it's not sticky. I'm just kidding. Go on.
We're getting there.
That wasn't ice cream. That was just.
One thing led to another. Well, fine dining among the crew members, and well, unbothered and broke the floor.
Does this lover, quote unquote, resemble what the guy is wearing? The dead body?
No, she says when the dragon is paid, that's no longer alive.
The guy up front.
It's a dragon.
It can't be that.
It'd be a dragon.
No, it was her dragon lover.
The dragon lover. Alright. Fuck, what the hell?
Big old dragon.
I thought she was like referring to the captain of the ship
No, big old
in
dragon.
a different type of way.
Arveiaturace.
Alright. Never mind.
I've never seen him again. Passed away, and I could feel his life force fade.
Oh.
Reclaimed his lair on top of the Great Glacier. So now we got all the north and the Sword Coast. Hard pressed to find anyone all over Toro with the range that I do. Yes. Enough bragging about me and my great friend. I have a little bit of a problem. So you guys have stuff of mine. I still have a deceased friend. And I'm still hungry. What do we want to do about this?
I can try catching a lot of fish. It'll be honestly a lot tastier than I would, because like I've been eating garbage for like a past while. So there's nothing flavorful on me.
They don't really satisfy me.
I've caught some big fish.
What about some moose meat?
What about some plesiosaurus?
Little low on that.
Roll persuasion.
With advantage?
No.
Why both are doing it? Lucky.
So you think of some kind of goofy way you're going to execute handing over plesiosaur meat. You're like, that's a bad idea.
Does the guy realize the time rewound for a second?
You said it was persuasion?
Yeah.
Alright, so it's just gonna be a 17.
17.
It was a 3.
Well, if you're trying to butter me up, I'll take some samples.
I take 3 chunks out of my bag. They're fairly large.
Jaw unhinges. Its tongue folds out.
Kobe.
Even though you can still feel like the warmth of the breath.
I walk up and I lay them on her tongue gently, out of like a respectful like.
Not getting within 10 feet.
And I close this up.
And then I back.
Not as good as I was hoping.
But Jason, do you have any spices? Because my friend Jack here, excellent cook. He can take stuff that would normally be very bland,
How hungry are you?
like magically bland, and make it flavorful.
I prefer things that are alive and moving.
We have
But
a
how does somebody actually cook for you?
goat.
It's almost like a story in flavor form.
See, I see the wheels turning in your head.
Do you? Have you ever eaten a zombie? Are they as good or tasty or no?
You leave Sanar out of this.
Shut the fuck up, man.
There's no zombie.
I have never partaken in the dead. Doesn't really look appealing. Smells kind of weird like you.
So I'm not tasty. Just,
What is that smell? It's bizarre. There's like a mix of like fear and blood and honey and
I feel like that's a
Bad
song,
eggs.
Fear and Honey. Anyway, I look at, or Ivory looks at Itsuko. It's like, hey, if I create food, would you press it to make it taste amazing?
I suppose it is.
What if I could create you a feast?
I'm staring at one.
That's
Not
not
a
us.
snack.
A way tastier feast. We're more of you would eat us and then be hungrier because you ate just a little bit
That's
and it
not
wasn't
bad.
satisfying enough. And then you'll be even more unsatisfied. But I can create you a feast for 15 humanoids, which would feed you generously.
More persuasion again.
Oh, shit.
Oh, fuck.
17 again.
Tell you what. I'll entertain this little feast you're thinking of. But if it's not the best thing I've ever eaten, you'll be first.
What's your favorite food?
I'm looking at them.
Okay, if you had to pick a living creature, what would be your favorite?
Humans. Preferably sailors. Kind of like a goat or two, but just one quick.
We can get sailors to come back up this way.
Animal-wise.
What if it warmed up?
If it warmed up.
What if we led you a group of people?
What?
You have my attention. Hold on.
You have my attention.
What the
One
fuck?
of them's a naked lady.
Oh my god.
If we brought you a group of people,
Child.
There's a child in there.
they took my church.
Oh.
Anyway,
Jesus!
Jesus Christ.
Hey, what was your
Not
line?
just the women.
breaking down the whole thing.
Not just the
Fuck it.
men, but the women and the children too.
That sounds like a lot of what happened with Lady
That's
Works.
fucked up. I really wouldn't do that.
Okay.
Let's-
Well, I was trying to give you like, are you trying to retcon? Is this really what you want to go for? I'll go for anything. I'm like, fuck
honestly,
it.
if it was Lady, I'd fucking do it. But this is Ivory, and Ivory would never. She'd try to save the humans. Barf. Anyway, moving on. Outside of game question.
Mhm.
So, creating food water.
Uh-huh.
It does not state that the food in question has to be dead.
Read me the spell.
It says you create 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water on the ground or in containers within range, enough to sustain up to 15 humanoids or 5 steeds for 24 hours. The food is bland but nourishing, and spoils if uneaten after 24 hours. The water is clean and doesn't go bad. Does not state whether it's dead or alive. It just says that it spoils. Would you allow me to create
goat?
What if?
You leave my babies alone, and then all of a sudden I have to feed them.
Goats. We were gonna have an army of goats that die in 24 hours.
But these are also spells. They're not the exactly living creatures that I'm trying to save. It's different. I don't know. This is a magic means of saving who we have. But then again, it would only be 45 pounds. Yeah, damn it. But it's 45 pounds.
Yes.
So, sounds
first.
yeah.
Yeah, you know. I'm hoping for the future.
I would say for rolling, I would say food is food. You know what I mean? Not like we're not creating life.
Okay,
That's fair.
that makes sense.
It could be.
It would be something I think you would deem as food.
Like X amount of, like a row of roasts or something. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
You guys talk about that. Could I have 10 minutes, please?
because her preferred food is human, I'm going to do pig.
You're going to need time to cast that as well. Right?
It's instantaneous.
Is it a ritual spell? I don't think so.
Just action. One action, 30 feet.
Excuse me.
Instantaneous.
Sorry, guys.
Can you guys?
Do you pause for a quick second?
Yeah, probably for a second.
Okay, sorry.
Seat chair.
All right, and we are back to it.
Oh, yes. Trainers.
So,
Brr.
you're wanting to take a moment to cast a ritual. Back to you guys for the next 10 minutes.
That's always weird.
What did you feed him?
Nothing yet.
It's gonna
Her.
take a moment for you to make
Now
this.
back up. So,
Right
after
there, I'm gonna make sure I give you the best meal that I can.
you've told us, we've told you about like our cool fight. Especially like my hardest fight was definitely the Shoreline Dragon, and then that was intense. What was your strongest fight you've been? Like, what was the one that like you were like trying your hardest? That sounds like it'd be like the best fight ever.
Fighting Meltheron.
You fought him, and you hold him in such high regard. So he must have been like powerful.
Long ago, Meltheron imprisoned me into servitude.
But you're so powerful.
So is he.
And now you're friends.
Over time, we grew up. Respect for each other. A platonic love. And let's leave it at that. Number 2 is the 12 adult dragons. Black.
Why did that sound like a...
It was an actual fight.
No, I'm not saying that. Do you know what I mean, though? Like,
So we'll make that meme.
12.
See Arveiaturace and like a bunch of black
That's
dragons.
what I was thinking of. I was thinking that.
Yeah. 12 adult black dragons.
But he was able to imprison you. That was the fight up at, before that. Was that like epic?
Yes, actually. I went to take over his fortress. Well, I guess I do kind of run it now. It just took a really long time to get to that. Not as satisfying anymore.
No, losing your friend is never satisfying.
So as these conversations are going on, you successfully ritual cast your divination. You sit there and ritual cast We're transported to a vast, expanding field amongst the stars. In it, gargantuan skeleton structures lay at their knees. Humongous swords impaled in the ground as far as the eye can see.
Around.
As you look around, you see standing behind you a large construct with a clock face and a sickle in hand. Below it, a humanoid figure with a beard, working on this rope that he's got, handling pieces of thread every now and then with his scythe, going down and shedding off hairs. Hello, it's me. I'm being filled with a little more vigor.
That is good to see. I'm glad.
My turn. Imagine you didn't come here just to chit chat.
No, I will from time to time. Thanks.
Sorry, I was a little slow on that one.
Two people in the time funds is cool. Don't worry. It's fine. I have a question I wish to ask.
Make sure it's a single specific question. I still do not have the powers yet to summon you here. You somehow have the power to summon yourself. How interesting.
Agreed. Huh? Yes, that's how strong my devotion is. Now, we find ourselves in a predicament. And while I don't wish to set anyone or do anybody wrong, I am quite curious for the many different possible futures. What action should I take so that everyone can go home happy in this specific scenario?
Please specify everyone.
Me and my party. And if possible, with whatever the fuck her name was as well.
Arveiaturace.
Avocados.
Avocados.
I am so bad with names.
As he pulls from this new string that's being felt through. See, there's several frays that come off of it. So he inspects this line here. Yes. I can see on one hand you could fight for your life. It would absolutely eliminate any chance of being stuck in a very difficult predicament. The other is helping heal Arveiaturace's heart. The journey might be long, but honesty in bonds might be an answer. The third possibility is foregoing everything that you have recently acquired and satisfying the belly of this creature.
Figure out what the fucking heart thing means.
Huh. That's odd. His time's up. You awaken, cold ass air blowing by. Ivory's sitting there about to cast her create food spell. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I know. It's maybe
I'm worried about being eaten.
What? Just cure her heart, man.
Insight.
Time cures all wounds.
Sadness.
That's one.
Clearly the thing that she's shown the most interest in and the most care is her friend Nuthron.
Restoring him somehow. It's basically impossible.
Yeah.
Or outside a game, we offer to kill her so she can join. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
Babe, I don't know where your head's at today. I know you just left the Amazon, but you got real dark.
I mean,
Churches.
Oh, you said it on YouTube. Oh God.
I meant this song.
I'm sorry. It was real intense for no reason.
Well, there wasn't no reason.
It was real intense. I'm about to be eaten. So
You're sitting there getting ready to create food and water.
Is there a path I could see for that?
he told me to wait till he was ready to press you.
I said it would be a long journey if you did that one, so probably not now.
Wait, what? We didn't hear anything.
Ease the loss.
It was not a game. It was Dan,
I got
Dan
you,
talking
okay.
to Robbie. Not trying to talk
Time
to
cures all wounds.
Shut up.
I was honest, but I made it a cryptic rhyme or omen.
Correct.
Short phrase is kind of dick.
When the rest of the team starts making the time puns.
But
Would I know of any way currently that I could potentially convince
Arveiaturace.
Avocado.
Avocados.
that that I would possibly be of use into figuring out a way to
They're not
And
savage.
I'm
We're gonna book it.
Booking it.
reunite them.
Doubles and back.
so more like, hey, I can help you. Not right now, but in the future. If you want me alive, I got shit to do.
This is an investment.
Investment.
Yeah.
You don't look like one who's for short-term
Hey.
gains. You want for long-term.
You can certainly try.
Yeah. Okay.
We gotta pump those numbers up.
Okay.
Alright. Alright. Now I'm back. Head turns to you. Oh, you dozed off on me a little bit. Thought maybe we weren't boring you.
No, not
Friends
at all.
have fascinating stories.
I sure do.
And the stick things. Just don't do it again.
No.
I'll listen. You listen.
That was like the first time you ever used it. You're like, ha!
I forgot about this thing.
No, I was consulting with one who is near and dear to me. Yes.
Who might that be?
I'm Kronos.
Oh, you're a dead god.
Huh? I'm dead. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to consult with him.
Don't worry.
I'm actually feeling a little more lively than last time I seen him. That's good to hear. Basically asking him a path that makes everyone here happy. You can see, from time, it's his thing. A few possible paths. Only one here makes everyone happy. And I included you in that. And the question that I asked him. Since he gave it as an option, it must be possible to do, otherwise he would have told me. The journey will be long, and it won't be quick and easy and simple right now. But it is possible to help you reforge those bonds you've lost. And I don't know specifics, how, why. But it aligns with the life goal that I currently have set. So, our paths are almost destined to cross. At least in this regard. Now, you don't strike me as somebody who is short-sighted.
As you say short-sighted as her eyes are like a little bit whited over. So,
you could think of this small chance or possibility that definitely does exist within the time stream. It was an investment to what maybe you could have, as opposed to just throwing it away for a short-term game, and a very small one at that.
are you stating that in time,
Yes.
a dear friend Lotheron and I could be reunited?
It is not impossible. So long as I and these comrades of this
Roll persuasion.
fucking plan is this? Fucking
Ivory whispers.
So long as we roam Toro.
Roll persuasion.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Nat 20.
Just
With modifiers.
Oh no.
that's not good.
Hey man, if you can hit it, it's real cool. Oh, oh.
30 on the dot.
What's the inspiration bonus? What add to that?
I have DM
It's a D.
inspiration
It's
as well.
a D8. Are you fucking doing this?
Help!
I'm not D8
Hold on. I'm throwing my D8 in.
Plus 4.
Plus 3.
37.
Throw yours in.
What?
Let's see what
Bro,
37
I'm
gets.
about to not die.
Well, it also depends on what I rolled to contest that.
Sure.
Try.
Well, I mean, a 1?
You did!
What the fuck?
Wait, so what is a 37 to a 1? How much does this
Yeah.
dragon believe in him?
He's just like,
That's
you
a
know
hand
what?
pay at the
Actually,
casino
I'm
right
in
there.
love with you.
Let's
Like,
Arveiaturace stands back up from her lazing position, crawls over to you, this cow towering above you. Her massive head and jaws come down to meet your face.
stone face. Just
I'm here to fear because spooky stick.
I don't know if you're. It might be bad, but I don't know if you're.
Her claw outreaches to you. And turns her hand sideways.
You can only grab one.
Yes. There's a bond, and I hold you to it.
See that you would.
When you are ready, we meet in Ice Spire Peak. There I'll be waiting for you.
I can't wait till the day we meet again.
Good. What?
Oh, no.
I was like, what?
I was gonna say, in good faith, does she still want the food?
Finish that cash right now.
She's hungry.
I'm
Send her
not
out.
one to stutter. I am hungry.
That was still true.
That wasn't me. Ready with that birthday.
Of course.
Alright, I cast and I put a feast of food before her. Not just one type of food. It's only 45 pounds, obviously. But all meat. I'm not going anything other than that. With herbs and things like that.
I'll make it taste like a salty human who's been at sea. Pigs.
Well,
It's a salty
all
human, isn't it?
pork loins. There we go. How
And
about
she
that?
reaches down and like ends up devouring it all in one single bite.
I forget, lots of fresh water too. So
That
she's
was satisfying. Turns. Don't go dying on me.
That's some plans, yes.
Now. Leave.
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Sideways.
How would you like us to X?
This way, right here.
Like,
I'll
I'll
shuffle.
like flying up a little bit. I'm gonna stop, like mid-flight, and turn. Like, would you like me to give Alustriel your regards? I don't know what your relationship is. I just wanted to check before I leave.
Tell her. Her two friends said hi.
Can do.
like stomps aside and ends up like laying on her pile of gold.
I'll whisk us up through the side with the crossbow.
I reach my right arm down and hook up my goop.
Yeah. Then you,
What's going on?
as you fly up, everyone zips on up. Deep bellowing conversations below. You hear that? Soon we will be reunited. As the fucking snow's like howling sideways, blowing all across the deck. You can see like just rolls and rolls of snow just blowing everywhere, all across the vast expanse of ice around you.
Hey, good thing is I can still see perfect for 60 feet.
That's right.
Hey.
What's everyone doing now?
Should we go down to the? Are the birds still there?
Pooping each other's pants.
I don't know.
Can we grab the kegs that we put up here and like bring them down with us?
Yeah, they were downstairs. You guys never got them.
Leans down. Hey, I returned.
Through all like the whiteout snow and the darkness, you just see this white head come back up. Oh yes.
Would for the good of the mission and so that we can go back with good regards to the town, do you have use for those barrels of rum?
Let's take those poison off your hands.
This stuff is terrible.
It
Goes below deck and you just hear like the whole deck is shaking as she's like grabbing stuff.
Rummaging around.
She takes like 255-gallon barrels. Leave.
I bow.
Snakes below the deck.
I'm trash. I didn't have the cool gift as they did. I'm gonna hand over the family cape. This is a family heirloom, full of all stories of ancestors. I want you to have it for sparing us today. It's one of my family's treasures.
Trove?
It was one of the great beasts they hunted.
What do I do with it?
I figured I could your treasure trove.
Oh no.
I hear dragons love to collect treasures.
Oh yes. For some reason my treasure feels lower than it should be. That's what 30 to 1 gets you. I'm like, oh.
Fucking God. There's not a better time to roll that nat 20.
37.
I rolled that one time. I'm like, what are you gonna do? I just said with modifiers. Everyone starts throwing dice. I'm like,
We were worried.
I think that was the highest number ever rolled at this table so far is 37. That was broke. Yeah, you have a deal with a dragon. I hope you uphold it.
Yeah, I'm for that. That's pretty cool, actually.
We'll figure it out. That was going to be a really epic ending.
Now,
It sounds like a pretty cool guy.
Somebody wants it yet?
Seemed alright.
guys are up on the deck. Snow, blizzard,
Barrels, getting the
night,
fuck out.
barrels.
Literally going.
Zip line
I
down.
have briars.
Zip line down.
You got a small goat, and we got 2 heavy-ass, humongous barrels, and a 30-foot descent down to the dome in the blizzard. We don't.
How do we want to do this? Zip line them?
I'm gonna grab one of the barrels and just fucking fly down with it.
It's 55 gallons. You ever seen 55 gallons?
It's a lot.
No.
Oh. So
How much does that weigh?
8 pounds per gallon times 55.
That's a lot.
Plus the weight of the barrel.
I wanna help me
We
carry
could
this.
lower them down. Hook the grappling hook to them and lower them down.
Sure.
Get me down, lower them down to me.
Well, I mean,
What is 55 times 8?
if you can hold the grappling gun and just hold that, you can lower them down yourself.
So who's gonna hook them at the bottom?
You can unhook them. You can unhook and I can unhook and hook it at will.
Jesus, 440?
Uh-huh.
God.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like
more than
it's like
I did.
900 pounds of booze. You guys have booze though.
Huh. Yeah.
It's gonna take like 2 of you to carry that. Or lower down. Just lower down. Use some rope and tie around. I can just.
Oh,
Strunks.
hold on. So
team
I'm
together.
strong. We can work together, or I can take and anchor the rope to myself, putting it around the mast,
I'm worth it.
and then lowering the barrel, using the mast to help me leverage it.
Okay.
The power of science.
Okay.
I'll help.
So you guys are gonna help do that and lower it down. How many feet of rope do you have?
A
My
lot.
50 plus
I'll
whatever.
fly and kind of guide it down to help.
Because I have climber stuff too.
Like
so
keep
it's
it
like-
steady in
Yeah.
the
I have 50
blizzard.
feet.
Yeah.
My
Yeah,
50
we
plus
always-
whatever else.
Go ahead and roll me athletics with advantage because Jack is helping you until
And
it's me.
then I can also I don't know if
I can't give quadruple advantage.
I don't know if this helps with anything, but I can carry 480 and I can push pull 960. So.
Yes, that'll help.
Okay.
Go ahead and roll me athletics with advantage.
19.
19. So you've got you, Dragnus, and Jack lowering it down. Itsumi's kind of focusing. You end up getting both barrels down even the icy ravine that's built up all along the side of the ship, down to the opaque dome that's covered in thick snow. You guys successfully get it down there.
Go ahead.
You poke your head in there. You see three big ass murder birds just looking at you. And then Snar's like, I've been normal.
Good job, bud.
He's so good.
Alright, we're gonna saddle it up. Put the barrels on the little sled with on the murder birds and
And try to skedaddle.
yeah, go back to Brinjay.
Are we gonna have to like hook 3 of the birds up to the sled or what?
Yeah, you have to literally be able to like lift it up somehow or make some kind of sled.
Can I like we have 3 birds?
Okay.
And just have saddle, rope going to each saddle, and have 3 birds pulling like an arrow
3
formation.
leads.
What are the barrels going onto?
The sled that you said? Did we bring the sled?
Yeah, we put the sled with the fucking birds. We were like, I'm not carry that.
It's the sled that the goats were gonna
The
carry.
goats were gonna carry. I'm like, we're not taking the fucking goats. Take it.
Take a little bit of time, but you guys could do that. Who was riding with who?
I'll ride on top of the sled with my crossbow.
I'll just summon another phantom seed for you.
Yeah, do that.
Keep middle of me. I'll be middle bird. You guys stay close. Allies within 15 feet of me. Ignore difficult terrain caused by snow and ice.
I'm riding a goat. You want Sonar?
Sure.
Okay.
And then the only question is where you guys are going.
Fucking
Back where the
hoofing
ground
it.
belongs.
Hoofing it back to Brinchander.
Brinchander?
Hoofing it.
Well, that's where
Would
we're
it
at,
be
right?
hoofing it if it's
Brinchander's
like
a big walled city.
chicken feet?
Where the Northflug's at?
Yeah. You do know that will be about a 7-hour drive. And with your current talk watch, it's about 5:30.
Bremen?
What if we
It'll be
dash?
late. It'll be late.
You're late.
I won't be there.
We haven't taken damage yet, thankfully.
Wait, we can stop. There's a
Well,
town
you
down
have.
the way, right? We can stop at.
There is Bremen,
We'll probably stop at Brandon.
which is about 7, and then
Stop at Bremen.
another 2
See
hours
how
to Brinchander.
see how what's her face is doing. Sorry.
You know what that cargoes?
No.
I'm petting the goat and I'm saying,
Whoa.
you have to be with your mom.
And look at "Mah!"
Hold on.
You
We
fan.
could just stop at Targos and meet with Oris and have a
Wrong one.
not Oris.
Orcish.
Orcish.
That's Tourmaline.
Tourmaline. Yeah.
Cargoes is the people with powers.
People with powers. Yeah. Sorry. Tourmaline.
Oh.
You could just go to Tourmaline.
I'm not going to Targos or Terminal. I'm going. I have to be on the way.
It is on the way.
Targos is on the way, technically.
No. Yeah, so we're stopping Brendan. I guess for the evening.
You know, I gotta go to Bremen first. Let's get there
Stop
first.
it.
See where we are.
You just want to flirt with the elephant.
That's in Tourmaline.
Or, yeah, I thought you said terminal.
You could go to Tourmaline.
Tally
You can do whatever you
Bill.
want. It's your fucking story.
Let's go to Bremen first. We can decide if we go further then or if we take camp.
Go to the buried treasure inn at Bremen.
Gotcha.
I just
So you guys start making your trek. It's quite harsh as the snow blows sideways.
blow sideways.
It's almost like whiteout. You can't see even like 30, 40 feet in front of you at sometimes, even with your goggles.
Bullseye lantern helps
I can
none.
see 60 feet in front of me, good sir.
How long does that last?
Till you.
24 hours.
24 hours. Well, you can see more white in front of you.
And
Further, you can see further into the white.
Further and beyond.
allies in 15 feet of me are immune to allies within 15 feet of me ignore difficult terrain caused by snow and ice.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm also immune to the effects of extreme cold.
For 24 hours.
Yep.
You good, Mark?
Yeah. Fading.
Here we go.
Give me 1 second.
Natural crumbles,
No, I've got some of my own.
but natural.
So you guys travel across the icy tundra for several hours.
It's fucking cold.
You know the exact location because you're just that good of a navigator. You follow the
This is a gift from Tutu.
the western part,
It was.
heading west across the sea of moving ice.
That's not moving.
It's currently not moving. You start making your way south. Several hours go by. Is there anything anybody wants to say or do in this trip?
So, Itsu, did you ever freeze a zombie?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's just sitting there like with Arveiaturace.
It's what?
She wanted a companion. I don't know.
Ivory, in a very nurturing way, is wrapping the goat in her cape cloak.
Mm-hmm. It's like nibbling on your
Make
coat.
sure that it stays warm.
So does that mean that we owe you one now?
Hmm?
Do we owe you one now?
For what?
For how you talked into sealing our future by it.
Well, I suppose not. I wouldn't hold you guys to that. That's a deal I made.
Fair enough.
Just drinking. Just fair enough.
If I don't owe you one, I don't owe you one.
That's fair. Yeah.
And then all the loud snow and the wind blowing. You can see the faint outline of an arched fence post along a city near the river. You can see it first.
I think we're almost there, guys.
Oh my god.
Can you see the skull?
Yes.
Yep, there's the skull. I really wish that thing would have been my friend.
Three guys still don't see shit. You're like, where?
There's still like a globe at all times hovering right next to me.
What is that?
Right there!
So it's right ahead. What?
What's a drift?
Right there!
It's basically like a flashlight. I turn off or on.
What's it called?
Drift globe.
Drift globe.
It kind of looks like crystal wall.
There's like an orb that follows you.
Kind of deep.
You can use it once a day to cast daylight.
Nice.
As you guys make your way to the outskirts of Brad and I gotta do math. Oh my. Make it to the outskirts of Bremen. Again, the harsh snow is blowing everywhere. It's very late at night and the town is completely silent. You can see outstretched is the Mar Dalden. That was the big lake in the distance. What are you guys doing?
You gonna go plug the in, lady?
Are there any lights on in any of the buildings that we know? The speaker's house. Or
One
the
single candlelight is on.
That's what building is that?
The first building is the buried prisoner inn.
Yay! That's
Very,
nice.
very nice.
We go to the door. Ivory knocks.
You just
Guys
saddle
are still on all your murder birds.
Ivory has jumped off a murder.
We'll need to pull those off to the side and.
Yep, take them out back. I'll put the hut up.
It was actually the abandoned house that was next door.
Plus I put the hut up.
Put the hut up, so yeah, and then I'll make sure Sonar is ordered to basically same thing as before. Watch them, like make sure nothing happens to them, and stay in the hut.
Why you-
Ivory's also going to keep her goat there.
So
Sonar, take good care of Briars.
take care. And he like picks up the little goat and goes, "Wah!"
Put Briars down. Gently. Keep Briars in the hut. And don't let it
Yes,
eat.
Ivory.
Keep them.
You want to put the goat with the birds?
Good point. I grabbed the goat.
He starts like following you.
Just kidding, Sonar. I'm going to take the goat with me. You stay here with the murder birds.
Do we leave the alcohol with the murder birds since nobody else can get in? Like, Sonar, keep the birds from getting in the alcohol?
I mean, just keep it outside the hut.
No, because then somebody could get it.
Just take it to the I keep the alcohol in here.
That's a lot of booze, man. I know I could drink one
Can't
whole
take the
cask,
room.
but you know.
Oh, they're gonna take a little time to get everything ready. You've got your goat and you've left back outside.
Yep, I'm going to the door. Knock, knock, knock.
Shacker tent.
So you knock. You initially don't hear anything.
I knock again.
You knock again. And the door opens up. The cold draft kind of sucks in. See an older lady who has a blanket around her, looking. Oh, Miss Ivory.
Hello.
You recognize this woman as Cora. The one you guys had drinks and shenanigans
We
with.
had girl time.
We had girl time, that's right. Oh, please come in. Come in, come in.
It's
I'm so glad you got back to our town.
This is my my newest pet. Would it be okay for me to bring her in here?
I guess I couldn't say no to you.
I'll clean up anything that happens. Don't worry.
I know, the place is still immaculate from last time.
Good. And the floors?
I heard about your guys' survival. You guys really took on that big machine?
Oh, of course.
Atta girl.
Not just me. When you see it's
We can too.
Oh God.
That's probably.
But that has nothing to do with anything.
Are your companions still with you?
Yes. When you see Itsumi, he was really the one who took down the dragon. So, there's that.
Neat. Ooh, hey, before your friends come here. Back to the kitchen. It's kind of like the kitchen. You have the stairs that lead up to the rooms.
Because she's comfortable with Cora, she's not doing the whole pretend to be small thing. She's just being herself.
Yeah. Goes back to the kitchen. Thump. Shh. Pours 2 glasses of wine. Cheers to seeing you again. I'm glad you're okay. At this point, I imagine you guys would knock on the door.
Oh, we're feeding the birds from here.
Yeah,
She just shotgun sets.
we'll have fed the birds and attended to water.
Well,
Makes sense. I
I was
figured that could
taking
be
it
out of
serious
it.
that Cora wanted to be secretive about this.
So she just shotguns it, and Cora just looks at you like, you could have just set it down. We have to finish that later.
It's been a long day.
I can tell you're here at... God, what hour is it? Opens the door and sees you guys. Oh! Welcome back, everybody. Yeah, I've still got that statue that I recarved of you guys. Yeah, it's pretty cool. That plesiosaurus has fed the entire village for a long time.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Very happy.
Get yourself in before you catch a cold and die.
Actually, it feels kind of nice outside right now.
You were always a weird fella. Come on.
Shoot him in and shut the door. It's cold out there.
Here, and she starts like taking off your guys' coats and shaking them for
I
you,
feel cold right now.
hanging them up. This is one of the sessions that you work.
It's not like you.
She's like overtly nice.
Right.
Not
Oh, yes.
necessarily crazy.
Help you guys out. So
Look.
she goes walking over to her books. You guys in for a night?
We're in for a night.
Ah, same rate as last time.
Grabbed again.
3 gold.
I hand her through.
Maybe next time I'll take the gold in the game. Alright. And she starts like, you guys have any bags? Any?
All the stuff's outside. We kept it with the. Cast a little. Explain. Like Lehman's hut. The spell and keep them safe. Next door over.
Okay.
Should be okay.
Follow me. She starts walking upstairs. I'm
As
really
she's
glad you guys
walking?
came. As she starts walking, you don't hear any sounds except just like little, almost like it's been repaired solid all the way up these fucking stairs. She mended every single fucking splintered, broken board. It was like hours of work.
We killed her son. She doesn't know it. There's a level of guilt here.
Same room as last time. We don't get a lot of visitors in Bremen anymore. Not since the winter. And I know it's been a while, but have you guys managed to see my boy anywhere?
Have not. Unfortunately, we fought the one dragon and then. The White Claw talked to us for a while today.
Okay. Oh, sorry to bring that up. Every time I hear a knock on the door, I'm wondering if it's him.
Maybe he's farther east. We haven't been to East Haven yet.
Hey, was he the one? No.
Well, I don't want to be a bother, but if you guys need any of me, I'll be able to run down the hallway and I'll be up first thing in the morning. Breakfast ready.
Thank you, man. I'm walking my bed. Just pass right the fuck out. Just, as the adrenaline has finally.
But as you
body.
like land on it, the bed itself is built so sturdy, and the floor in the room it just boom.
So I'm just passed out in all my armor, or
Just
the weapons. Weapons are just flat.
Alright.
Outside of game.
Planking.
Well, would Ivory know?
Dragon is tired.
Alright, so mindset-wise, we aren't sure. We kind of think we know.
Kind of think we know, but it wasn't like we're like.
But we're
Here's
not,
his head.
we're not like 100% sure that her son was in a group that anything's happened to. He could still be out there, technically. Would Ivory know what spell would help give her the knowledge of if her son is still alive, and if so, where he was?
Scrying.
Would it be scrying?
Those are all options.
Well, if Ivory would know that, I would like to roleplay a little bit into that. On a more sensitive note rather than goofy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you guys can join your friend in passing out. If you guys need me, we down the hall.
Now, I don't have scrying, so that's the other thing. So I'm gonna wait till we're in the room.
Okay.
I'm gonna start woodworking when I get in the room.
What are you working on?
I'm in front of us actually, so I can put it in the. Oh, there. Dude, I got renewed bigger. I got stuff to do.
We gotta get awareness out there.
I gotta get
there's a dragon.
Well,
It's working.
he's got to get awareness.
Yeah.
Awareness isn't the word.
Well, he said his eyes
That's
would
for
help.
buy.
What's that?
He said his eyes would help. Or comrades.
He did.
I can't succeed unless I and my comrades. So he can't do us in. We gotta help him revive
Oh
Cronus.
yeah, I told you we go together.
So we go in the room, and Ivory looks at, or Ivory goes and she says, "Ahmed," and you hear, "Arr." And she just kind of looks like defeated a little bit. You know what I mean? Like not so proud. Hey, Itsumi.
Hmm?
Do you think
I'm taking a picture at the table.
that there's a way we could, I don't know, help this woman find an answer to her question about where her son is?
I was trying to get everyone's face on.
It's almost cruel to see that she's in so much agony in the unknowing. Yeah, knowing, and if he is dead, will hurt for a little while, but at least she'll have answers. And she loses more and more hope each day. At least then she can start to heal. And if he's alive, then we give her that too.
Well.
And she gets to live on.
I know there's a 5th level divination spell that you use to try to locate lost people, objects, things.
I don't have that. So
Maybe you should work way up to it. That'd be my recommendation.
do I, as a cleric, have the ability to do that? That's Rose asking too.
It's a divination spell, so I think clerics have it, right? That would make sense.
There we go.
Divination.
Divination can be learned by classes. Cleric.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they have scrying.
And
It's like
4th level. How the hell did you have divination?
divination's 4th level.
How did you have divination? Well, I just have it. I have generic on here. It says cleric.
Well, hold on.
Oh, I do have divination.
Divination is 3rd level.
It's 4th level for me.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 4th level.
This is 4th level. Yeah.
Yeah, my 4th level ritual spell.
Oh, because your ritual bullshit.
Yes.
An offering, put in contact with the gods and god servants. You ask a single question concerning a specific pool, and it can be occurring within 7 days. You're given a little omen thing, rhyme or whatever. Spell doesn't. Okay, so that's the one you would use.
Divination is 4th level. Scrying is 5th level.
Yeah, scrying is the 5th level.
Scrying is probably better for this exact specific thing.
Yes, that's what I was saying.
Divination technically works. But no, this is a 5th level divination spell.
But yes, I do have.
Divination is a subclass, not the spell.
I got it. I do have. Oh shit! It would cost me 1,000 gold too.
Yeah, it's expensive.
Scrying's expensive.
Damn.
But you will fucking find the fucker.
But
Scrying's what
As long as you
about-
have the materials
Dresden
needed.
did to find what's his face.
I'll be right back, boys. I'm gonna go downstairs.
Okay.
I should throw behind me. Turn around.
You go back, and it was actually like really quiet down there. And you, where are you heading?
To Cora. Towards the kitchen, where the wine was.
I was the end of the kitchen, and she's like pouring a little more, and she doesn't look at you. I'm going to sleep.
I wanted to talk to you for a
Oh yeah, sure. And she's like tossing your wine glass,
moment.
and then she throws it in like her waist bin, and you can actually hear like several bottles clacking. Yeah.
I'm worried about your mental health.
Why? I mean, he's been gone for a little bit, too. He'll be fine.
You knew exactly where I was going with that.
Well, I mean, he'll turn up, you know. I don't want me raining down on everyone else's parade. But it's a big tundra. I mean,
I stand tall and I look over and point with my trunk at the bin of wine bottles and I say, the wine bottles tell me you're worried.
listen, you've been in Icewind Dale and 10 towns long enough. Drinking's really the only thing that keeps the mood up. You catch my drift? It's not like, but like a warm, sunny walk on a beach.
But aren't you feeling depressed?
Oh no, I'm fine, honey.
Alcohol is a depressant.
Roll insight.
I know. 17 without modifiers.
With modifiers?
Without. Hold on. Insight. What the fuck? Hold on. My bad. Oh, yay. Okay. So 17 plus 6.
Jesus. So you can tell she's doing that thing she's done since you guys ever stayed in her inn. She puts your guys' comfort first because she's throwing herself into her work.
Right. Well, I had a question and an offer, if you will.
Okay.
I'm not where I need to be in my studies just yet, but I'm getting there. I'm getting stronger. And the next level, if you will. I'm just kidding.
Just outside again, real quick. Just chime in.
I know it's not the next level for 8. I would have to.
No. D&D lore people like people know that spells have levels.
Oh,
So
neat.
like you would actually know it's a 5th level spell.
Okay, sweet. I didn't know. I didn't want to like throw that out there. I was just
No, it's called a
being
5th level
cheeky.
spell.
So I haven't learned any 5th level spells yet, but I'm growing as a cleric. And when I do get there, I plan on making my first 5th level spell Scry. And if I were to come back, it would take 1,000 gold. So I'd need your help, because, well, I don't really collect a lot of money.
I do not have 1,000 gold, honey.
But over time, if you were, we would from above. I would be able
It's a weird
to
draft.
solve your mystery and give you answers, rather than leaving you in the unknown of where your son is or that was attractive.
Sorry about that. It's just it's the wine burps.
The wine burps. But make it to where you at least know whether he's going to be coming back or not, and if you should heal or what the next steps are.
I definitely, I just don't have that gold, but trust me, he'll be back. I promise. I feel it. I know.
If you'd rather not know and live in hope, I can respect that too. I know some people like to know.
Yeah.
So scrying requires like it's gonna be super fucking helpful if you have like a possession, a garment, a body part, a lock of hair, a bit of nail,
It says in the
Right.
spell.
like something like
Plus
that.
the gold.
So you might want to ask her, like if she has any of that stuff, to hold on to it because you're gonna need it.
Well, if she doesn't want to do it, I'm not gonna mention any of that.
She
you know
doesn't
what I mean?
have the money.
Right. Well, okay. Well, if I were to come up with the money, would you want to know?
Yeah, but you just said 1,000 gold. Who the hell runs around with 1,000 gold?
Well, I'll figure it out.
Hold on, 1,000 gold worth of shit. You guys still haven't sold any yet.
I have 300 flat out to start.
I'll figure it out. But if I were to come back and I have my 5th level spells finally, would you want the knowledge? Would you want to know? That way you could see what to do next. Or at least,
Yeah, of course.
then I need you to do me a favor.
Okay.
Do you have anything left of his? The closest thing to him would be the best. Hair, a piece of clothing, something that's touched him, something that was close to him.
Well, I haven't been in his room since he left.
So would you check his room and find the thing that
We could
is closest to him? And then save that. Keep it. Put it in a bag or a jar or something.
Okay.
Save it. And then when I come back and I have scrying, then we'll be able to find out where your son is. And if he is passed, then you can mourn and go through the proper stages. And be okay with your life, and if he hasn't, then they'll be going.
Right, because he hasn't. Yes, I just know. Anyways, I'm definitely going to bed. I appreciate it, and I'll be up first thing in the morning to help everything out.
Of course.
Make yourself comfortable. Just heading upstairs.
Also goes
Quietly.
Quietly.
You three are still in the room.
I knock on the door.
No.
Ivory, if that's you, you know you can just log in.
I open the
Our
door.
room, comrade. So I'm still whittling.
What if one of you would have been changing?
It's
Respect.
too cold to change.
We're always
I go over to my
changing.
bunk. Been a long day. I sit on.
Roll me a d10 and a percentile.
I'll have also taken the ruby off of the rapier.
Yeah, took him time to re-infuse it to the...
Yeah, put it on the other weapon.
73.
73. In fact, the last 2 times you've carved these statues of Kronos,
That was nice.
you've gotten better. It was quicker. You were like, yeah, fucking... You felt a little bit more invigorated. You're like, ha, I almost died today.
I gotta really fucking work on this shit, man.
Oh man.
She said don't die. I don't know what the fuck that meant.
I sure as fuck don't wanna.
He's just happy to be alive.
Yeah, it looks really, really good. Like,
Hell yeah.
something you knocked down in like 30 minutes. You're like,
Fuck yeah, dude, I'm gonna put this.
Before laying down, Ivory sees it and goes, "Wow, that's really good."
Thanks. Thanks, Mom.
thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
Pats him on the head. Big locks it on 3-fingered hand.
You do anything after you've done the...
I would have cuddled up and passed out in a little bunny
Passed out.
puddle.
Aw. Okay.
Dragon's
You
passed out, yeah.
said covered up and passed out?
Yep.
I go over and I make sure he's all tucked in.
Oh, you
Dragonus,
looked
are you
like...
passed out?
I passed a while ago.
Oh, like walked in
I-
face down.
Yeah.
When you knocked on the door, I'm like,
Ivory goes over and makes sure he's covered up too.
It's like pull the blankets out from underneath them.
Okay, so you you get
Like
tuck
one
her
of
in.
those tables.
She's in bed, right?
Are you in bed, Ivory, yet?
I sent you a text.
I'm tucking people in.
Okay. So Ivory is tucking people in.
No. That has a cumulative chance to fail. I can't do that.
But it's for a different question.
Ivory takes and goes over to her bed.
Okay.
What does the bed look like?
It's a bunk bed.
Is it so there's a post?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna wrap the rope around there. Put the goat in the bed with me.
do we want guards here while we go to sleep or no?
I mean, do you trust it?
At this point, like even if we had guards, if there was a dragon.
Just wake us up.
No.
The goat begins to like start nibbling on the blanket.
I feel like the goat
Just
would
pet the goat.
bleat really loud and wake us all up.
Are you sleeping
And-
with the goat?
I was kind of with the goat, yeah.
That.
Meh. It's been a long day. The goat's tired too. Anyway, so I'm also, because Loxodons hum and sing a lot of the places that they go in low, like quiet tones. I'm gonna hum to the goat. Try and get to sleep. And I'm gonna lay down.
Roll animal handling.
A lot of goat.
Everybody who's basically trying to go to sleep is about to
I'm
wake
using
the
my
fuck
last
up.
lucky.
It's gonna be fucking
I was lucky.
16. Alright, hold on.
Next thing, your gentle humming has
wait,
seemed to help like
wait.
calm it down.
That's a 19.
It's really helped calm it down. As you
Tucked
see, everyone's
in.
tucked in, cuddled. Ivory's just now, and the little goat eyes with the weird rectangle pupils are just starting to close.
Yes.
I'm just like, that's fine. I guess I'll have a guard. And I'll summon a skeleton right there next to me. You're like, hey, make sure nobody fucks with me while I'm sleeping. And I'll just lay down.
Just you.
What?
Summon a skeleton.
What do you mean? What? How?
I have spooky stick.
Spooky
You
stick.
gave the man an artifact.
I can summon up to
Oh, we
30
didn't know it could
skeletons
do
right
that.
now.
We didn't know it could do that.
Yeah, we didn't see it
Yeah.
happen.
Hold on, I just gotta see this. Because I'm gonna roleplay this fucking cool. That's the thing. One of
how many?
Of course we're gonna turn
What?
down the guards.
How many?
Like it's coming like 38 skeletons. I can also do zombies. That's why I asked if they wanted to eat zombies. I was gonna summon a bunch of zombies for her to eat.
gosh.
Here we go.
Do you eat zombies?
to conjure skeletons and zombies, calling forth as many as you can. Divide 500 hit points among. Yo!
Bro.
Spooky Six!
And magically rise up from the ground, or otherwise form an octopus space within 300 feet of you. Obey your commands until you are destroyed, or until dawn of the next day when they collapse to an inanimate pile of bones or rotting corpses. Once you use this property of the
Oh
one,
my God.
you can't use it again for the next dawn.
Rotting corpses.
Yeah.
Don't forget this next part.
Yeah.
The downside to it. You need to do that.
Yep. Easy. Ah.
I'm just reminding myself to remind you to do that. Because I'm like, with 38 skeletons, I'm like,
Wait a minute.
fuck you.
Fuck you.
So as you go to summon it, a ball of green flame like puffs up, and a skeleton just approaches like, oh.
So here's the shitty part of this. If we wake up before him, we're just gonna see a pile of bones
At dawn.
and dust.
Yes. At dawn. At least it's not a pile of corpses.
The bones are just sitting there shaking.
Jesus.
So she's like, her eyes narrowing, almost not seeing
And
it.
then a green puff of flame shoots up, and just a skeleton just.
Ivory's eyes are gonna pop open.
Keep it safe, bud. So I just lay down.
It's me.
Yes?
What's that?
I'm gonna call him Joe. So I like tuck me
Her ears go from up
Guys,
to calm, and she gets the squinty eyes. Is he yours?
Yeah.
So all the speaking
Okay.
dragons are gonna wake up,
Just
look
goes back to
over.
sleep.
And so is that you doing that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Can he turn down his light?
Right back out.
It was just one big like, poof, and then it
Okay.
appeared.
The drift blower turns off.
Like one of those little press lights. Ivory just says, okay.
Okay. At this fucking point, like. This has been one long ass day.
Can't
Well,
get
then
any
that's
worse
fine.
than almost getting killed by a
the
dragon.
start of just this. Remember the start of this day. Fucking involved learning about your church being fucked over, how space
Sex.
babies are made, how normal babies are made,
How to walk.
how to walk, where booze is at. Oh, and there's a big fucking dragon and a skeleton appears.
It's
Go.
treasure.
And with that, you guys fall asleep. We're gonna end it. You guys level up.
Whee!